We are super pumped and excited. Okay. All right. So, welcome to MS 101 information session. My name is Alicia Ricketts, also known as Miss Ellie, also known as 416 Love. So, thank you so much for joining. Today is going to be really quick. I just wanted to invite you all to just get a little bit more of a deeper understanding of what Mindset 101 is all about. So, you're probably wondering, what is Mindset 101? Why have you created this course? What is it all about? Well, we are going to dig in deep. Okay. So basically, Mindset 101 is a course that was designed for you. It was designed primarily, really, for me because I was creating this technique and these different skill sets that I wanted to make sure that I was digging deep into for myself. And when I was doing this creation, I realized that this could be a course. And actually, I started the course before I wrote the book, Figure It Out. And so from the course, birthed the book. And then I decided that I was actually going to formulate the information that I got. Into a formal course, and then I was going to put it out there. So, Mindset 101 is just that. It's basically a list of different tools and different important information that we need to adhere to when we're trying to change ourselves, when we're trying to push ourselves to do more. And it all boils down to figuring it out. And that's where the book came from. At the end of the day, you have to figure it out. My favorite quote is everything is figure outable because literally, I believe that everything is. Doesn't matter where you are in life, what is happening, you can figure it out. You definitely can figure it out. So this course Mindset 101 is just here to give you the tools to help you to dig into yourself and find out exactly what those tools are, how you can utilize them, and then where you need to use them in different areas of your life. So just going to basically go through a bit of what we're going to be doing in the course and what we're going to be learning. So first off, the course is called MS 101. I call it MS 101 for short, but it is called Mindset 101. It is launching as of next week, Wednesday, every single Wednesday of every month. For 3 weeks. So that's a 21-day cycle. So, for all of you who are out there who are already starting to research and learn about building habits and changing different strategies in your life, it's been a proven fact that it takes about 21 days for you to change a habit. So, I've created this course within the 21 days, we're going to be meeting up once a week for 2 hours every Wednesday from 7 to 9. And we're just going to go in deep on different topics on how you can find the tools that you have within yourself, because we all have them within, and then push yourself to actually utilize these tools to change your life. So, for the first week, we're going to be talking about our self image. And self image is big, it's huge, right? How we think about ourselves, the different thoughts in our minds, and how we can change that. Because without our a healthy self-image, there's absolutely no way you can change the world around you. And it's really key and important to remember that our surroundings, our environment, our thoughts create that. So if you're living in a circumstance or in a situation or whatever that you don't like, that means that you've created this situation. So a lot of that comes with taking responsibility for your part in where your life is right now. And if you are, grown and you're out here and you're doing your thing, you have to realize that it has a lot to do with you, right? And that was something that I had to come to terms with. Where I was in my life was not where I wanted to be. And I was always looking outside to say, well, this was the issue, or this is what happened. And that you can't look outside of yourself. You really have to ground yourself, look within, and then figure it out from there. Okay, so we're going to talk about the course breakdown for the first day. We're going to talk about our self image. We're going to talk about the power of the mind, and what you think about is who you actually are. That negative self talk, changing that, and how you can change that, right? We're also going to talk about creating your own world, being able to actually sit there and start manifesting what you want to see in your life. And don't get me wrong, I continuously say this throughout the entire course. um, this is not something that you can just do, and you're going to do the course and you think at the end of the course, boom, I'm done, I'm good, I'm going to change my life, it's going to happen 21 days. No, this is life work. This is something that you're going to have to continuously push yourself to change the narrative on what's going on in your mind. This first 21 days, we're just digging deep. We're giving you the tools that you need. You're pushing yourself. You're figuring out who you are and what you really want to see for yourself. And then after that, it's up to you. Okay. So we're also going to be talking about the battlefield in the mind, and a lot of people discuss this in deep. If you've been researching, you've been thinking about the thoughts that are going on in your mind, you realize that sometimes we can be at war with ourselves, inside of ourselves, and instead of being a sucker to the thoughts and the conditioning of our mind, we actually need to say, you know what, today I'm putting on that battle armor. Heck, every single day I'm going to put on that battle armor, and I'm going to go to war with the thoughts in my mind, and I'm going to win. Like, it's me. I'm winning. Like, my mind is not in control. I am in control of my mind. So it's really a deep conversation that we're going to have, and you're basically declaring war on your thoughts. So that doesn't come easy. So the tools on how to battle yourself, and then the tools on when you fall short, when you feel like, you know what, this is really overwhelming. What are some of the things that you can do to make sure that you maintain, that you can stay above ground, because it does become stifling at times, right? So then that's still week one. We're going to talk about responsibility, as I mentioned as well. And then we're going to dig into forgiveness, because forgiveness is huge. A lot of times, we're looking, as I mentioned, to blame other people, circumstances, the way we were raised, our parents. Like, I mean, the list can go on who we want to blame, or what circumstances in our life caused us to be in a certain place. But we have to learn to come to a consensus with ourselves that this was all in preparation for the greater you, right? So that comes with also forgiveness. And the first person you need to forgive is yourself. You need to forgive yourself for beating up on yourself, for there's so many things that you can make a list of things that you need to forgive yourself about, but that is like key. That is number one. And then we're going to dig into how to forgive other people, and how to like truly forgive other people, because like I will talk about it in the course, and I even talk about it in the book. At times we say, you know what, I forgive this person, and then you see the person and you're like, you don't forgive them. Like, you're still having emotions, you're still having feelings about the situation, about what they've done, they've said, whatever. At the end of the day, it comes down to being real with yourself first. You have to and it's work. This is work. This is not something that you're going to easily just be able to pop in and out and say, ha, I'm doing this, whatever. No, this is actually some real deep work within yourself. If you're committed to really trying to change yourself and really trying to change your life for the better, you're definitely going to want to take the keys down and then find them within yourself, because you have them. So forgiveness, huge part of the course. Um, and then on week two, we're going to start talking about getting the ball rolling. How do we get the ball rolling? After we've dug all that nasty stuff up, we're looking at ourselves, and we like, we unleash all of the ugly that we don't always necessarily want to see or want to show. We're going to make a list of it, and then we're going to start to dig in. How do we get the ball rolling? How do we start on this? Where do we start? Right? And then how do we stay focused? How do we make sure that we are staying accountable? Because that's huge. How do you stay accountable to the decisions that you're making, right? Consistent. How do we stay consistent with these plans that we are having for our life? Like, we want to change our lives now all of a sudden. How do we stay consistent with the decisions that we're making? Um, Failure, dealing with failure, and understanding the mindset around failure and how we need to change our thoughts around failure, because it's not really failing, it's learning. You're not necessarily failing. You're always teaching yourself something about yourself, something about a situation, something about life. So you're learning. Right. So you have to change your mindset, change the wording around what it is that you're dealing with. And then sometimes that will definitely help to cope with what's going on around you. And then finding that right mindset. Everybody's mindset is different. Now, the mind is something super sensitive. They've done study after study after study on the mind. And one thing we can all come to the conclusion of is that everybody's mind is different. Nobody's mind is the same. Therefore, we cannot make a judgment on this person's mind. Nobody knows what anybody else is thinking. You can have the bestest friend in the world. You guys could have grown up from, kindergarten, or even from before you were in the womb. You know what I mean? Growing up together until your 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever. At the end of the day, that individual may know you very, very well, but they do not know your true inner thoughts, right? So that's what I'm talking about, being honest with yourself, being able to dig out those true inner thoughts of what you're thinking, then figuring out what needs to go and what is allowed to stay, what you want for yourself, and actually being true to that and staying, again, consistent and accountable. Right. So there's all about finding that balance. We talk about finding a balance as well. And that's something that's personal. And when we go through this journey, this is a personal journey. So I'm going through the course in 21 days, but at the end of that 21-day cycle, you are going to take the steps that you need to take in order to get the ball rolling. I can't tell you how long it's going to take for you to remove certain conditioning of your mind to start thinking differently. You know this, and you know how it's going to affect your life. You know what baby steps need to be taken in certain directions, and then what leaps and bounds you can take in other directions. So, again, this is a personal journey. I'm just helping you to dig out the toolbox that you have within. Okay. We're also going to talk about in week 2 your values, your goals, what those look like, what they looked like prior to going into this course, and then what you want them to look like after you're done the course, and then the transition on how you're going to get there. Um, Goals, again, how to set goals, what type of goals you're trying to set, the different types of goals, and then making sure that you can, again, stay committed, staying accountable. What does it take for you to see these goals manifest in real life, right? And then we push into week 3, where we're going into talking directly about manifesting those goals, visualization, being silent with yourself. I talk a lot about the lifesavers, and we're going to go through that in the course. Silence, um, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, scribing, right? So those are the things that we're going to talk about. We also do a good deep conversation on gratitude. Gratitude is huge. What are we grateful for right now? Creating a grateful jar or a grateful vision board, or something that you can go back to, because sometimes I feel like, I know for myself, when you're going through a lot of things, you don't really remember what you're grateful for already. And sometimes we feel like, oh, this is not going well. What am I going to do about this? But you know what? You can definitely push yourself forward with your gratitude journal, your gratitude board, your gratitude jar, whatever it is, whatever suits you best. We're going to talk about how to utilize the gratitude that we already have. And then we're going to go directly into, of course, because we're wrapping it up now, what is the warrior mentality? How do we pull that warrior mentality out of ourselves? Because we all have it. As I mentioned, we all have this toolbox within ourselves. I realized after reading all of these self-help books, all of these tutorials that I've watched, and motivational speeches, just courses on motivation and master classes, and all of this on conditioning the mind. This is clearly all the same information that everybody is giving out. They may have a different delivery, but the information is quite the same. So with that being said, that means that we all have the same information within ourselves. We just need to know how to pull it out. So this is my rendition of mindset and how you can pull your mindset into a better place, how you can push yourself beyond your limits. And I'm telling you, after the 21 days, you're going to notice a difference within yourself if you're truly committed. And again, this is a personal journey. I can't tell you, I can't make the promise of a transformation if you're not committed to the transformation. So once you commit yourself to the transformation, you will transform. It's all about your mindset. It's all about what you want out of the journey. That's what you're going to get. That's what you've always gotten. You're looking around at your life right now, and it's a result of your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings. It's a result of you. You've done this, right? So once we take responsibility for that, we realize that this is it is what it is. So what are we going to do about it? Are we going to live our lives in this manner, the way we've always lived it, or are we going to try to do something different? And a lot of times we don't push ourselves hard enough because of that negative gnawing voice in our minds that we're battling against, and we most often allow it to win, right? But we're in charge. We're in charge, and sometimes we just need that little reminder that, guess what, I'm in charge, and this is the way things are going to be done now, right? We need to talk back to ourselves. And then we're going to talk, of course, about winding it down, figuring it out, preparing for endurance, preparing for falling, preparing for failing, preparing for when, we have negative Nancy's in our lives that are coming to us and being like, well, why are you doing this? Why are you trying to change? Why don't you just do this way? You've always done things this way. Why are you, trying to all of a sudden be this different person? How to deal with that, how to battle that, how to battle yourself, because your own negative talk, never mind other people out there, you yourself will be like, okay, this is just too much. This is not for me. Maybe like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm this way. I'm this way. We talk very roughly sometimes to ourselves. So we're going to talk about how we can continue to push ourselves, get that endurance built up so that when we are having those moments, or when we are being, somewhat attacked from the outside, that if there's no enemy within, we know that nobody outside can attack us. And that is an African proverb. It's great to just remember when things are going not so your way. Okay. And then leveling up. What leveling up means to you. We're all going to have a different definition of what leveling up means. What does it mean to you? What do you want to see for your life? 5 years, 10 years, 25 years down the road, where do you want to be? And then how are you going to get there? There is a plan, there's a way that you can run up to that level that you want to get to. Even though you cannot see the direction or how you're going to get there, there is a way to get there. There always is a way. And that's what I talk about in the book, Figure It Out. So I want to encourage you all to make sure that you head over to my website, 416love.com. You can order the book off of Amazon there. If you're looking for a signed copy, I definitely can hook you up with that. Just send me an email at 416love@gmail.com. So with that being said, I just wanted to get on here really quickly and just talk to you guys about Mindset 101. I'm super excited. We have some people that have already signed up for the course next week. So we're excited to get in there and get it done. Right at 7 o'clock, we're going to be starting. This is going to be a 3-week, like digging right into it. And we're going to continue this course January, February, and March. We're going to run 3 months for now. And then I'm going to see how it goes. And then we'll get some feedback and see if anything needs to be changed or whatever. And we'll take it from there. But I just want to encourage you guys to continue to do your thing. If you're on Instagram, make sure you follow me, 416love, on Instagram. I'm Miss Ellie. I also do host a show on Instagram as well. It's called What's the 411, where I like to interview different people to learn about their different walks of life, to just give you that little oomph of motivation as well, inspiration, and just a little background of on me. I've done different things in my life. I've always like loved to try different jobs and just be out there. I was never the type of person that wanted to just do one thing. Even though I was a law clerk, I worked in the legal field. I had a job in a place where I was kind of doing different things, going all over the place to different jurisdictions and stuff to do my work. And so then I got a job doing that. I did that for a good few years. Then I started teaching at Seneca College. And for anybody out there who is in the GTA, who's gone to college and they have been in their field for over 10 years, you are good to go back to that community college that you went to and ask if they have any teaching opportunities in that same course that you would have taken, because most likely they will hire you. So that's what happened for me. I went back to Seneca and I worked at Seneca for a few good years, teaching in the law clerk program, running my business. And then as soon as I had my third born son, well, my third born, he's my only son. And I just decided that I wanted to do things a little bit differently. I didn't know what I wanted. I just wasn't like, I was like, I'm done with this legal field. I don't want to be here anymore. What am I doing? You know, people call it a midlife crisis, whatever you want to call it. It's all good. I just took a look around and I was like, I don't like what I see. I want this to change. I want everything to change. I can do better than what I'm doing right now. How can I do that? Where do I need to start? And then I just started reading things. I started looking up different things, started taking different courses. And then again, that's what birthed all of my notes on the mindset and how the mind works and different things that I can do to help myself to change my mind. I started a blog. And then when I started the blog, I just realized I fell back in love with writing because I was always a writer. I started writing and then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to write a book. And then so I wrote Figure It Out. And then after I wrote Figure It Out, I decided to change my notes into the course. So as I was writing and polishing the book Figure It Out, I was polishing my notes into an actual course that corresponded with the book. So this is just part one. It's Mindset 101, but I do have another course that I have completed as well that I'm just polishing right now. And I'm going to be putting out hopefully later on in 2021, if not early 2022. I'm not 100% sure yet, but it's definitely coming. It's called Train the Brain 201. So Mindset 101 is just like surface level where we're kind of getting into what the brain is, what you are, who you are, excuse me, and then how your brain works for you. And again, it's important for people to understand that everybody's brain, everybody's thoughts, everybody is different. We're all 100% unique. I have this fingerprint, nobody has it. You don't have, nobody in this entire universe has my fingerprint and nobody has yours. That means we're super unique. We are super special, right? So nobody has what you have. And that's something that we need to embrace and we need to run with. So I just want to encourage everybody to grab the book 416 Love. Sorry, grab the book, Figure It Out. Join me on 416 Love on Instagram, 416love.com, and email me 416love@gmail.com if you have any questions or if you're looking to sign up for the course and you want just a bit more information. Also, with the course, we are doing one-on-one. So in addition to doing the 3 weeks, if you do need one-on-one, I am available for 1 hour a week for one-on-one, and that is included in the price. And also we do have journal entries. We're going to have a bunch of different projects that we're going to be doing throughout the weeks, different videos that we're going to be watching. That's going to also enhance your information that you're getting. Different challenges. For those of you that follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I'm big on challenges for self-growth. So we are going to do a couple of challenges in the course. And then at the end of the course, I do have a special challenge that I would love for you to participate in and that we are going to definitely follow up with you in the months to come afterwards. So I'm really excited to launch this course, Mindset 101. I will see you guys next Wednesday. Again, if you have any questions, make sure you send me an email at 416love@gmail.com. Okay, I appreciate you guys jumping on with me today, and I will see you on Wednesday. Okay, Happy New Year. Happy New Year.